Hello, it's that time in the evening when we take a look at the weather elsewhere around the world. And I like to start in Australia because the last 4 or 5 days have been exceptionally wet across some eastern parts. And that rain just keeps coming. On the satellite picture here too, we've got a tropical cyclone. Now that is likely to make its way southwards into the Australian waters in the coming few days. So it's going to enhance the waves, some very rough conditions coming on shore, which could enhance coastal erosion. And of course, it will allow more rainfall potentially. So you can see the forecast is a fairly wet affair still for the foreseeable for Canberra and for Brisbane, some rain returning to Melbourne as well. So that's clearly a concern, and we'll keep an eye on that. We're also looking at some very wet weather across eastern parts of Africa, so anywhere really from Zambia, Zimbabwe, certainly through Mozambique, possibly up into Kenya in the next few days. Keeping on that wet theme, here we are in Sao Paulo. We've had exceptional amounts of rainfall here, leading to flash flooding through the course of Monday. It's been very wet the last few months anyway across eastern Brazil, but it certainly looks like southern and central parts of Brazil will continue with that rainfall risk, heavy rainfall risk, through the next couple of days. And more rain as well across southern states of the USA, not just southern states, but up through the Appalachians as well. So the Tennessee, Mississippi Valley, already the river's quite swollen, the ground saturated. And we're looking at much more rain to come here through the rest of Tuesday night and into Wednesday. That's not the only story either. Snow to relatively low levels in the south as well. New Mexico, parts of Texas, certainly the southern and central Rockies are moving, as you can see, into the plains. And it's very cold air following behind, hence the fact that the snow will fall fairly far south as well. So some issues to come here, even some tornadic activity on that weather front. Now we've had snow in Baghdad, the first for about 12 years, and we've got more snow for Turkey, the mountains of Turkey to come. It's been quite cool because of the northwest Shimal, but actually for areas that have been quite chilly across the Middle East, the likes of Riyadh and Kuwait, temperatures will be recovering to around average, perhaps a little bit above into the latter part of the week and weekend. Now we've had really stormy weather, as we know, across parts of northwest Europe, and we continue with this broad westerly wind, lots of wintry showers coming along, and then we've got yet more rain and wind waiting in the wings later Wednesday and into Thursday, more snow for the alpine regions, and it's set to stay really very disturbed, quite settled in the south, but this is Thursday's low pressure, more rain and wind, and then this next one winds itself up even more so to bring rain and wind across Iceland in particular. And this is, or has been named, Storm Dennis, set to bring more potentially disruptive and damaging weather across the northwest of Europe. Of course.